Hey guys, this is Mental Gainz. My name's Eric,
My name is Tito.
and today's topic is going to be beta alanine. So, beta alanine. We know that it's in most pre-workouts, but can you tell me what it does?
So to start off, it's mainly for moderate to high intensity workouts. So
Okay,
nothing with like short reps, or nothing super quick. It's gonna be most workouts that are gonna last a little longer for the most part.
okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
We know that it works in the 60 to 200, 240 seconds. So after you have started the workout set. So I guess just like you said, when it's high intensity, kind of where you're heading towards like the burn.
Yeah.
But of
Where
course,
where we
we'll get more into
regularly.
that later.
Yeah. And yeah. So for the most part is going to be helping in that 12 to 13% increase in duration. So instead of just knocking out like maybe 10 reps, for that being like your high intensity, you will be able to knock out a couple more reps or just feel
Okay,
better at a higher rep level.
okay. And this is where the power output is not affected. So power output stays the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
So less fatigue and stuff, basically.
So better muscular insurance, I guess, in a way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 100%.
So would you go as far as saying that it reduces your fatigue?
Yeah, for sure. So, just for most exercises is going to benefit you when it comes to just like we said earlier, just higher reps, higher rep range, cardiovascular activities as well, definitely for sure. Just because that burning sensation isn't really gonna reach you as fast, So
Okay.
just adding like we said earlier too, like that 12 to 13% increase, and instead for the most part, what most people feel is that tingly sensation. So and a lot of people think, oh, um, the pre-workout's hitting or something like that, but it's not just a pre-workout hitting; it's actually beta alanine, that one amino acid. So, what is beta alanine? That's a big question. And basically, what it is the synthesis of carnosine, and that's an enzyme,
Okay.
and in the muscle.
Okay. So it's an amino acid, but it cannot be used for protein synthesis.
Yeah,
Okay. That's pretty interesting, I think.
yeah, that is actually really interesting because most people know, oh, amino acids build muscles and protein and all that, but
Exactly.
so
But
different.
surprisingly, it's not.
Yeah. Okay, so the physiology. We're at my favorite part. And so before we know exactly how beta alanine comes in, I feel like it's more appropriate to know what happens before beta alanine interferes, with the natural reaction that your body goes through. And so, when you're working out and you're pumping that iron, you know what I'm saying? Uh,
Yeah.
the body's under intense pressure, and what happens is the glucose that it uses, it uses it more readily because it's more available than anything else. And there's a point where the oxygen cannot supply the glucose metabolism. So what happens is, like, this is pretty cool. The glucose metabolism switches from an oxygen dependent to oxygen independent.
Okay.
And the hydrogen ions drive the pH of the muscle down, which causes a acidic reaction.
Right.
But we'll go back to
So
that.
so yeah, that's where the lactic acid is then used as another metabolic pathway. And when the hydrogen sticks around, it kind of causes an acidic reaction,
Yeah,
which in turn causes, which is like this is where you feel the burn. And of
easy.
course, And this is the
It's
reason the
crazy.
muscles also contract. So therefore, this is when you get to failure, it just decreases the performance and basically it leads to failure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so crazy. It's really crazy how it's really like these hydrogen ions that are like causing that unbalance in your muscles, and that's what's that acidic reaction is insane. I think it's crazy. Like nobody
And
knows
that's
what's
the
happening.
burn. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that causes you not to be able to. And you think the reason why it hurts so much to do another rep is like you don't really think about it, but it's literally causing you not to contract your muscles. It's pretty crazy. All right, so now that we know what happens when beta alanine isn't absorbed, now we can tell you what happens when it is absorbed, right? So basically, when it is in your system, an enzyme called carnosine synthase acts on beta alanine and another amino acid called histidine. This mixture synthesizes the dipeptide carnosine, and this molecule is what truly has the role in helping your muscles in high intensity workouts. So it's not just beta alanine. It's what beta alanine does with all these other molecules, and that's what's helping your muscles last a little longer. And that's where carnosine plays its role. So it is like a defense mechanism that kind of balances that pH balance in your body and your muscles, and it's a buffer that takes hydrogen over the cell wall with hydrogen dependent transporters, causing better enzymatic activity. So, which is
Okay.
awesome. Like, it's actually a defense mechanism in your body. It's just like it's blocking all those little hydrogen ions, and making sure that you're able to last just a little longer. So, pretty cool, pretty crazy.
And I think it's important to add that beta alanine is in fact created within the body, just
Okay.
like many, just like many of the chemicals that are out there, supplements.
Yeah.
But
Just like
because
just
it
like creatine too.
exactly,
Yeah.
but the more you take it, or the more you have within your body, the more helpful it is for you.
Yeah. Having like that surplus, right?
Exactly. Especially when going back to the whole, like you said, when it takes the hydrogen over the cell wall, and then the more of it that you have in there, the more helpful it is for you.
Yeah. And it's also like beta alanine is which is very important, is considered safe and healthy. Like there's not that much found, during research that is bad for you.
Right. If anything, I don't think anything has been found that it's generally
Yeah,
bad
right.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's good to
I mean,
emphasize on.
yeah, and another thing you might want to say, it's very inexpensive.
And to add on, which is another very important note, make sure you're writing your notes, buddies. Um, it's not a stimulant. It's not a stimulant. So
It's
a lot of
true.
people get it confused. A lot of people get it confused because of the tingling effect and you know the way it makes you feel, that itchiness. But it's not a stimulant. It's just the molecule doing what it's doing in your body.
Right. You could say it's one of the side effects,
Yeah,
but
but it's
it's
not
not
it's not bad for
harmful
you.
to you. Yeah. But I mean,
And
there is ways from preventing it. Just take, I
okay.
believe, it's a smaller dose than 800 milligrams. So each time you
Mhm.
consume smaller than 800 milligrams, and you shouldn't feel the tingling sensation.
Yeah. And it doesn't. Yeah, like it doesn't. I believe it doesn't have to be all at once. You can take it throughout your day and stuff. As long as you're consistent with the doses, it should be in your system. So by the time you work out, you should have the effect. Just being able to
Right.
last longer in the gym. Pumping out more reps and stuff. And I think that's about it, guys.
And stay tuned for next week's topic, which is creatine.
And be ready to make some more
Mental
mental gains.
gains.